Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we'll be taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy J2, a mid-range smartphone that was released in 2015. When it comes to its design, this phone somewhat resembles the Galaxy S5, and like that phone, it has a removable battery and AMOLED screen. It also has this weird texture on the back which helps the phone have a better grip, though it doesn't feel as nice as other high-end phones from the time like the Galaxy Note 4. And sure, it doesn't feel as nice in the hand as glass and metal, or even some types of plastics, but it makes up for a better functionality as it has a removable battery and a micro SD card slot on the back, as well as a headphone jack. Let's talk about specs. This phone has a quad-core Exynos processor, clocked at 1.3 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, a 2000 mAh battery, and Android 5.1 Lollipop. Where the Galaxy J2 falls short though is in the display department, with a 4.7-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 960 by 540 and pixel density of 234 pixels per inch. And not only that, but the quality of the panel itself is worse compared to even older AMOLED screens like the Galaxy S3. Because of these relatively low specs and high price tag when this phone came out, many reviewers consider this phone to be one of the worst smartphones Samsung has ever released. However, things have changed quite a bit since then, and as this phone has dropped so much in price to the point you can get one for almost nothing, that begs the question, is this phone worth buying in 2021? In this video, we'll test a bunch of apps and push the phone to its limits, and see how much functionality you can get out of this phone. And also, given how slow and clunky touches is, I installed Lineage OS 14 based on Android 7, which works so much better, runs faster, and has a cleaner look. Okay, when it comes to social media apps, this Exynos processor can open pretty much any app you throw at it. Maybe with the exception of Snapchat that is pretty laggy on this phone. YouTube works well even when playing 1080p videos. The speaker quality is pretty bad given the fact that it only has a mono speaker at the bottom, which sounds tinny and it's not a loud one. TikTok works just fine. There's some lag once you are in the app, but it works. WhatsApp and Telegram don't have any issues either, apart from the occasional lag that might arise every now and then. The same goes for Instagram and Twitter, which have no issues loading the content and interacting with it. Strava has issues recognizing the GPS, so it doesn't work, which is sad because this phone is perfect for running and walking given its size. On the back we get a 5 megapixel sensor that has the ability to record 720p video, but even for 2015 those were pretty bad numbers, considering even the 2011 Galaxy S2 and iPhone 4S could record 1080p video. Photos look bad, even with good lighting outdoors. Photos are colorless, they lack dynamic range and detail. Although you can get some decent shots with this thing and it's 5 megapixels, the camera itself was pretty bad even for 2015 standards. Moving indoors or into any other poor lit scenarios, and the photos look even worse. Noise is high along with grain, and combined with a tendency to expose photos for a long time results in shots with horrible motion blur. Video in 720p is bad and shaky, even when I try to hold the phone as steadily as possible. And again, it has poor color reproduction and poor dynamic range. The selfie camera is pretty bad given the fact it only has 2 megapixels, so let's not talk about it. Let's move on to gaming. Games like PUBG Lite still run on this thing, albeit on low graphics. Other games like GTA 3, Vice City, and Chinatown Wars run very well. The same goes for Free Fire and other titles. Sadly, I couldn't get regular PUBG to run on this thing, despite me trying to change the device name and lowering the resolution with GL tools. Also because it has a 32-bit processor. There's no way we can play games like Life is Strange or Genshin Impact, which require a 64-bit processor to run. Most emulators run very well on this thing. In this case, I'm testing Resident Evil 3 for the PlayStation 1, and as you can see, it runs very well. Nintendo DS games also run very well. I'm playing Mario Kart DS and no problems with the emulation. PSP games like Obscure are playable with some lag, but other games like God of War Ghost of Sparta are very choppy, so it kinda depends on how demanding the game you're playing is.
Give me my camera! I'll get you the tape later, man. I don't want to see you on it. Open up, piece of crap. No, it's not just a physical thing, really.
We're in for quite an evening. It's gonna be great.
After some time playing, the phone overheats a little, so I think in warmer climates it could be a bigger issue, with the phone possibly turning off after some heavy gaming session. The battery is removable, so that's a big plus. Battery life is also good with me pushing into the 4 to 5 hour range of screen on time. But since it's been over 5 years since this smartphone came out, the battery has degraded a lot, but the good thing is you can swap it for a new one at any time. In conclusion, this phone was bad in 2015, and it's bad today, even though you can get one for really cheap, and you can still get a lot of use out of it. I think it's not worth it, as you can get other phones with better specs for the same price. Regardless though, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.